Welcome to episode 6 of Greatesters. Let's play Agrarian Skies. And as you may notice, I've made some improvements. Scaled this system up. No different than what we've already built though. Just some more item ducts coming from our misc extruder into yet more crucibles, which output the lava into a stack of magmatic dynamos. And these are producing enough power for now to power pretty much all of our machines, which is both our manual machines here, and these are automatic. So this one is producing cobble, this one is producing gravel, and some of it's going off into our processing of gravel up there. Then this one is producing sand. Sand is being pulled, and some of it, this is what this orange means. If you hit this a few times on the an output node, it changes to orange, and orange is round robin. So sometimes it goes into here, sometimes down there. And down there is the sand processing. Here it gets crunched into dust, and that's what this is doing. Also, as a byproduct of the sand production, not sure if you'll see it, but sometimes it gets produced into dust directly as a byproduct, and we've separated the outputs here so that dust will always output to the right, and this goes into the same pipe that goes straight into here. So we've captured all the byproducts, and that's pretty much okay for now. You'll notice if I come down here, it is spitting out products all over the place because I don't have any more vacuum hoppers. Let me show you what that is. Obviously vacuum hoppers need ender pearls, and we're kind of short on endermen. But that's because Agrarian Skies has another option, and, well, you still need the ender pearls. But in a normal Minecraft, modded Minecraft, you would have dungeon chests, and in dungeon chests you would find, very, very occasionally, an ender lily seed. And in this case, well, there are no dungeon chests, so I've got one ender pearl left. What do I want to do with that? Well, we want to make a seed, and there's a recipe for that. Ender lily, I think. Well, I always spell this wrong. I think it's ender dash lily. Yeah, there you go. So grass seeds, and I have ender. The grass seeds I know I have a couple of. They came out of sieving dirt, I believe, like other things. And an eye of ender. Okay, how do we make an eye of ender? Well, it's ender pearl and some blaze powder. And thankfully, due to our sieving of dust, we have blaze powder. 56 of them, in fact. So, blaze powder, ender pearl, eye of ender, grass seeds, ender lily seed. That is so much faster than in a normal game. Why is this important? Well, I don't have endstone yet, which will make these grow a lot faster. But for the time being, I do have just normal dirt, so we can just pop this down anywhere, really. There we go. That's going to take a while to grow. But the idea is, this is going to produce me another ender pearl, and the ender pearl we can transform back into another seed, and then it's going to go exponential from there. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. if we wanted to. Unfortunately, it kind of takes an in-game month or thereabouts to do that. If I had endstone, we could speed this up, but in order to do that I'd need to make endstone, and that requires a whole other process. We may get to it this episode, we may not. I need mycelium to do it, and I've forgotten how to make mycelium. Useful? Well, let's see if there's any more endermen down there. Probably isn't. Nope. Yeah, so we need mycelium and lots of other steps in the process. Eventually we can obviously pick up what we want. But for the moment, I'm going to have to do this manually until later in the episode when that ender pearl has grown. And then I may use the first one just to make a vacuum hopper, and then the rest, you know, I can delay another generation. But yeah, I'm not going to wait in-game month while recording. So, I'll be right back, eventually. And just by a random reward from one of the quests, I managed to get a few of a very special kind of item. Now, if you're lucky enough to get this random reward, you're in for a good time, or at least you are. Well, I'll show you why. You may not be in a second. From where I put them. Here we go. I got 5 magnum torches. Now, if you know what a magnum torch is, you know how good that possible reward is. If you don't want to know what a magnum torch is, let's show you. Just like normal torches, magnum torches stop things from spawning within a certain radius. Normal torches are based on light levels, but I don't think magnum torches are. Or at least they certainly don't light up the area, so there's another factor in play. You see my mob spawn all the way down there? That's just about out of range of my magnum torch. So this does produce mobs. I may need to move it a few more blocks just to make sure all the blocks in there can spawn. But let me show you where the magnum torch is that's stopping this from happening. Okay, there's the magnum torch. It creates a region, 64 blocks radius, that stops any hostile mobs from spawning. Now, it won't stop any automatic mob spawners, that kind of thing that you want to spawn, but that area all the way over there, if it was even a couple blocks closer, would completely stop that area from spawning mobs. That's how large the range is. That's just with 1 magnum torch. I got 5. So, yeah, I can probably remove all of these torches from all over the place now, which is good, because I didn't really like the looks of them anyway. And if you didn't get one of those magnum torch rewards, I'm sorry. You're going to have to keep some torches. Or keep building with half blocks, slabs, even. What that also meant I could do, without any kind of fear, is... as you sift through dirt, you'll get lots of seeds. You know, just getting dirt from here and sieving through them, you'll get seeds. And one of those is grass seeds, which you can then drop here and wait for it to spread. Now, animals then have a chance to spawn on grass, which is what we're waiting for at the moment. Now, the magnum torch won't stop animals from spawning, just hostiles. So now is a good time to start up a kind of animal spawning area. Again, it's taken a while to get this much dirt together. I do need to create another way of making dirt, so that's going to be coming up soon. So just thought I'd mention that as part of the middle of the episode. Oh, and one other thing. If you get Brussels sprout seeds, yeah, do the world a favour. Throw them away. No one likes Brussels sprouts. If you like Brussels sprouts, you're just inhuman. Test 1, test 2. And we're back, and although we haven't actually got the seed to grow yet, I did actually manage to get another ender pearl from our mob farm down there. And just a quick correction to a couple of things I've said before. See, still not growing. The range on the magnum torch is actually 128, so that is actually much further out now than it was. Yeah, it's not too annoying. It obviously gives me a much greater base area. The other thing is, it's a quick correction too. This has a very, very low chance of spawning any mobs, and obviously you're seeing I'm getting ocelots like crazy. Go away. I know, animal cruelty, but bye. Yeah, so I'm getting lots of ocelots, and This is just a pear tree that popped up. Yeah, ocelots. Not really what I wanted. I wanted something more domesticated, like cows or sheep, something like that, for the meat and leather, etc. So we're probably going to have to do something about that and make something. Yeah, make something a little. Should we do that now? I suppose we could. Let's just get that vacuum hopper out of the way first. So it's obsidian. Where did I leave my obsidian? There you are. And a hopper. So let's just get the obsidian, and the pearl, and the hopper. Let's just go and fit this so that we can start up that last machine again. I disabled it temporarily. Yeah, I just switched it to output mode instead of input. So, once again, should be it. Yep. So if I switch this back to input, that should be enough. Should pretty soon start receiving stuff from over here. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it. Has it got some spare stuff to send? Nope. Yeah, it's blocked up with sand. I do have to sort that out. This sand can actually go down here. There you go, and that should be pulled into the system. Standing far enough away. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that's fine. Okay, let's go and sort out some. What was I thinking about? Mobs. Yeah. So, in Agrarian Skies and I think probably Magic Farm as well, you're going to find situations where you need mobs. And in a Skyblock map in particular, this is a problem. In fact, this is probably just on Agrarian Skies. Anything with X now, hello, I suspect. Let's just quickly check. You want a chicken? A monster spawn a chicken. Or chicken. Can we do that? Spawn chicken. There we go. Spawn chicken. So we need 9 arrows to make a spawn chicken. Well, to spawn a chicken. And we're going to need multiple of those, so, or we should probably get multiple of those. They will lay eggs, of course, so first thing we're going to need is somewhere to keep them. I don't fancy them clucking in front of the house permanently, so let's find somewhere a little better. Let's just put them down in that grassy area. But temporarily I won't. I'm just going to fence them off in... Yeah. I'm just going to fence them off because I probably want to move that grassy area at some point. Can I never remember how to make... Oh, that's... Wow, split door. It sticks, isn't it? No, it's a ladder. Why do I not remember how to make a fence? Yeah, okay. Derp. That's not going to be enough. Let's make plenty of fences. That's better. So, doesn't matter too much where I put these. They're not going to need the grass, I don't think, like sheep do. So, I'm just going to put them here for now. Not too important. Assuming they can't get out, which is and a fence gate is okay. Okay, that should be fine for now. And let's just go make that egg. Obviously, it gives us a source of meat with chicken, but also we get the feathers, and the feathers are fairly useful for some other things that I'd like to make soon. What was I doing? Arrows. So yeah, 4 chicken spawners. Yep, for some animals, they'll do. Obviously, they're going to lay some eggs. You could use a vacuum hopper to pull those eggs in and do stuff like that, but not too bothered just yet. So we're going to get some eggs and feathers out of there. And let me just show you briefly why we want the feathers. I don't always want to be building on this level, and there's nothing below us, which means without flight it's going to be pretty impossible to get down there and start building stuff. We can use other blocks like let's have a look. Angel blocks from extra utilities. That needs feathers. Gold and obsidian. Both of those I have. I don't have the feathers, so I can't make an angel block. An angel block, you can place it anywhere, including in the air. You don't have to connect it to another block, just click anywhere and you have an angel block, and you can use that to build from to put other platforms. And I kind of like things like that power generation center to be underneath as all. I don't really want to see all the guts of the power stuff, so you definitely want to move that somewhere else. But you know, without another platform beneath us, it's hard to actually go down there. The other way to get down there, to place the angel block in the first place, is a rope ladder. Now, if you've not used one of these are cool. 6 string, 3 sticks, and you can right click against, for example, if there was a hole right here, well, there is a hole right here, but if that was a hole, I could right click here and the rope ladder would just drop straight down as far as it's possible to go. So you can drop onto the rope ladder, move down. You can do similar things with water and with pistons and all kinds of other different ways of doing that. But the rope ladder is a very cool block that, again, is one of those that is really useful to use, particularly in skyblock maps when you need to move up and down. So that's a good tip. But for all of that, of course, as I said before, we need the feathers. So let's wait for the chickens to start hatching eggs and to get, you know, Oh, why aren't you working? Oh, that's because that's an input. Derp. And are you going to work, I wonder? Yeah, you're not pulling anything out. Okay, so we do need pneumatics. So there, forgot about that. So, which is redstone. Yeah, luckily we have some of that. Have some glass, so that's fine. Just need some redstone. It's easy to forget with these things. Just checking to make sure you've done absolutely everything. Yeah, so that is man up. Enabled. That should be fixed now. Everything should be getting pulled out. Looks like it. So let's just drop the rest in. Limestone, crushed ores. Yeah, I think that's it. And we should be getting this stuff at the front. Not sure if I've shown you just what we get out of that, but in case I haven't, obviously we get Certus quartz here, which is very useful for AE, and we'll probably need to upgrade to AE pretty soon. Now, because we've got a source of Certus quartz, one of the big blockers in a normal Minecraft modded Minecraft map is lack of this thing, and lack of Certus quartz dust as well, which is that one. Luckily, we don't have the lack here. Limestone, which I've not used before, so I'm going to have a look at what we can do with that. Cactus seeds, obviously that seems obvious. Cocoa beans, again, those are fairly straightforward. We can sort those out. And the rest are just similar kind of ores to all the rest of this kind of stuff. Which brings me on to the next topic that I wanted to cover in this. These are all on good. Obviously, I've got 16 stacks now of broken iron ore, 10 stacks of broken gold ore. That's all great. But storing these things in barrels like this, it's only a temporary measure. It's just really here so I can track them. We want to store them in a better system, which is things like AE, but also we want to make sure that we're only storing the right things. We don't really want to be storing broken iron ore. We don't want to be storing pulverized iron ore or crushed iron ore. What we want to be storing is iron ingots, or maybe iron sand, whatever or iron dust, whichever the finest of the things are. We can build that up over time. Ooh, is that one of the pairs? I should be able to right click hopefully. Yeah, pair. Completely distracted me. Squirrel. Where was I? Ah, yes. So we need a way of converting the broken stuff into the block forms, and to do that, as I've mentioned in the previous video, we don't have packages. We're going to have to use a different block entirely. And for this, there's a few ways of doing it. You can do it with turtles and all kinds of other ways. But where I've decided to do this is a cyclic assembler. It's one of the ways you would do in a traditional map to make things like stone bricks. You can nominate a recipe and create it. So what do we need for it? Well, we need a couple of copper, some redstone and gold, some tin gears, which is just tin and found in copper. So let's sort out the tin gears first because they're easy. 8 tin, 2 copper. We want that 2 gold. And let's make those up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 copper. So we got 2 tin gears. That's fine. We want a chest. I've already got one of those. Redstone reception coil. I just want 1. Copper we've got. Chest is in my inventory. Yes, it is. So we just need a machine frame, which is gold. Some iron, some glass. Do I have enough glass? No, I'm too short. Right, we need some. Oop, let's just sleep through the night. Obviously, nothing can spawn that's harmful, but yeah, it's just a bit too dark, particularly with YouTube. Glass. I need some sand. We should have one of these. Should be giving us byproducts of sand. You will do. And yeah, just make me some sand. You started making eggs yet? Clearly not. Egg shy chickens. Oh well, this'll do. I've got enough now. So we want a machine frame. One off, and now we just want the whole thing. And why are you not accepting? I'm short copper, aren't I? Yes. Okay. Cyclic assembler. So let's demonstrate the basic part of this. If I just drop this down somewhere, yeah, here will do. If I open it up, it allows us to make schematics, and I think I may need one. There's a built-in schematic here, and I'm not sure if you need a schematic in this slot or not. We'll give it a try. The built-in schematic is just a recipe crafting grid, just like before. So what you're going to do with this is give it a specific recipe. Now what this means is you're going to need one of these for each ore type. Yeah, you definitely are. And also for each ore version. So for iron, you're going to need one for that one for that one, and one for that one. Annoying, I know, but any other way, and you may well jam the things. It happens with packages too. Packages are cheaper to make, but what happens is you have with this, you get a chance of a remainder. Or with any package automatically feeding into this kind of thing, you end up with remainders where it feeds in maybe 5. It can only make things with 4, so 1 of this remains in. Then tin will get tried to put in, but it can't process all the tin. Cyclic assembly should be better at it than a packager because it's got this kind of inventory system. But I think it can only store 1 recipe anyway, so we're going to have to create one. Yeah, lots of them. That's okay. They're not that expensive. There's nothing amazing to make these. They're not like they're not like what we had to make before. Using diamonds and emeralds, the autonomous activators. So, let's see if we can get it to work without. Oops. When I remember. Do you have to just put it in the... Maybe because... Yeah, it's going to need a schematic. Okay, that's fine. What do we need for the schematic then? Paper and lapis lazuli. Okay, so I believe we can... Usually the way you make paper is with reeds, the sugarcane things. But there is a recipe for paper that doesn't involve them, and I think you may also be able to mulch wood paper. Yeah, so that's the usual sugarcane recipe that you're used to saying. Wood chips, and we get wood chips from a pulverizer. Yeah. So we want 2 paper. Like I said, let's make a few. So pulverizer. So we got 6 wood chips. I should probably make some more. That's nowhere near enough, but you know, for now. Okay, so I've got 6 paper, and we wanted the schematics, so let's get the item. Oh, lapis, okay. Or blue dye, but we have lapis here, so 3. Okay. Now, why don't you work? Do I have to shift click? Or are you a program interface? Now we've got to hook you up to power as well. Fine. Packages do not need power, which is what I'm used to. Let's just hook you up temporarily here. Okay, power's filling up. Let's try this. Are you gonna work? Is it any eye? Okay, that's better. So, schematic in the top then. I know on the right hand side and click OK. There we go. So that's actually encoded it into this. So we could swap this recipe to other things, that's fine. There is a workbench that creates these schematics too, but you don't generally need them with this built-in schematic. I just can never remember how to use the thing. So what we should be able to do is just drop in our broken iron ore. And away it goes. Iron ore gravel. And then what we're going to need to do is, I'm not going to do it here because I'm going to need to run more power lines and I'm going to need to convert the system, but we're going to use this method to automatically create the items we actually want to keep rather than the ones that are in those barrels. And in order to do that, what we need to really start doing, that sounds like an egg. Go away. Come on. Fine. I wanted some chicken anyway. Where was I again? Ooh, chicken and feathers. Good. We're going to need those. Yeah, in order to do that, we're going to need a proper storage system that doesn't have everything in barrels, doesn't use up a huge amount of space. Space for these autonomous activities, I can understand, but all the barrels, not so great. So what we probably want to do is an AE system, at least to start off with, and then we're going to pump things out of it and push stuff back into it as we need to. So let's get on with that. And in fact, we can't get on with that. I actually need something I'm missing at the moment, which is a larger supply of rubber. The recipes are... I would normally have IC2 rubber for this, and we don't in this mod pack, so I'm going to have to figure out a better, more automatic way of getting rubber. And it's probably going to be a tree farm, which is probably a good idea anyway, so let's just switch to instead of having all of these, which is really annoying, apart from the pear tree, which I kind of like for maybe some food. I wonder if that pear is something we can juice. We can juice most things. Nope, guess not. What can I use pears for? looking for something that is more than just light meal, I guess. Pear yogurts. No, I'm probably going to go for toast. So I need to switch at some point from potatoes across to wheat, and then once we can get wheat, we convert that into bread, and bread into toast, etc. But to start off with, we're going to need a tree farm. Let's sleep through the night, and I'll be right back. And in fact, as normal, it turns out I've actually run out of time. So this episode, we've got a few things. We've got some chickens going. It's all well and good. We got our third vacuum hopper, so we can just leave this running now. It is running automatically. We're getting lots of these ingredients. Keep an eye on the Certus quartz, dust, and the redstone. All of those are going to be very, very important, in addition to the normal metals. You'll see building up, obviously got things like 10 stacks of charcoal now. I've shown you briefly the cyclic assembler. If you want to run ahead and try and do that to sort out your system, feel free to. It does need to be powered though, so between the episodes I may try and get downstairs using that rope ladder trick and that angel block that I showed you to try and move some of this downstairs. Yeah, I might do that, might show it on the next episode. I certainly will be doing it while not having any equipment on me, because I'm clumsy and I'll just fall. I may have to do that on camera just so you can laugh. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Thanks for watching. This has been episode 6 of Greatest Let's Play Agrarian Skies. Episode 7, probably going to have to be a tree farm now. We need to make a few things. One is a rubber tree farm. The other one is a regular wood tree. And again, we can, I'll show you probably how to set up a self-powered tree farm, just so that we don't have to link it. We can link it up with this, but we don't have to. You can just run a tree farm on that kind of power, and it'll probably power the second tree farm as well. They tend to be fairly efficient. That is, assuming that Jaded hasn't just made it really, really inefficient and painful. So, well, it's Jaded, so yeah. That's it really. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe or leave a comment below. And if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see in coming episodes, let me know, or stuff that you've been stuck on yourselves, and I'm sure we'll get around to that. Once again, Greatest signing off. Thanks very much for watching.